Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I want to thank everyone that's watching and that are here in presence, and welcome Representative Bruce Sassman and his wife. So as far as the mayor's report, very short as usual. Just a little bit of reminder that it's 4th of July coming up. It's awful dry out there. We do have ordinances that you're not supposed to shoot fireworks in the city limits anyway, but people don't usually behave. Just be careful if you're doing something like that. 4th of July activities. So we're going to have the parade and the fireworks on the July 3rd. There's activities the day before for the kids and that, but just be aware of that because of the traffic delays and so forth when the parade is going on. The other thing is towards the end of this week it's going to be extremely hot, and hundreds are predicting. The city is a cooling center, so you know, if you know somebody that's in trouble or needs some help, call the city office, call dispatch, and we'll help you out as much as we can. That's really all I have. We'll move on to city administrator.
Okay, the street project that was finished up a couple weeks ago, I just received the invoice for that today. And the final invoice, which includes the change order, which ended up being $44,000 instead of $125,000. And that amended change order is on the agenda later tonight. But the final invoice, including that, was $476,000. So yeah, we are glad to have that wrapped up. And the airport as well, they put down some temporary striping, and then they are going to come back on the week of July 10th per the contract specifications to complete the permanent markings on the apron and taxi lanes. And then they'll do a final walkthrough of the site, and hopefully then that will be completed as well. As you know, the final budget is on your desk, and we will be very busy the next 3 weeks or so actually closing out the fiscal year, doing all the reports and year-end procedures. And a couple of the items that we budgeted for 23-24, I want to get started sooner than later, and that is one is our foundation repair. Started getting some other quotes literally today, and then the other thing is our emergency generator. I think that was one of your priorities, and we will get that rolling as well. Senate Bill 190. In response to your question from last week, I did call our local county collector, and she didn't have a lot more information for me at this time. She said that the governor has until mid-July to sign it, and most of the collectors in the state are actually lobbying against it just because it's going to be so incredibly hard to implement, and because it's going to be retroactive back to age 62, and they just don't know how to really grapple with that. So anyway, she didn't have a lot of answers for me yet, and said that there wasn't a fiscal note was not produced yet just because the parameters are a little murky. But she doesn't know how that will affect us directly as far as the cities and if we have to have new contracts with them or not. But we're going to stay in touch, and I'll let you know how that progresses. I don't have a port authority update for you. The status is the same like Dave told us 2 weeks ago. He sent the suggestions to the ordinance and bylaws as well as the cooperative agreement that he drafted. He sent that to the attorney that's working for Montgomery County, and we have not heard back yet. So I will let you know when I know something on that. And we'll just note that we do make a donation to the Chamber Fireworks Display every year. So we increased that to $3,000 a couple of years ago. So we do contribute to that. We want everybody to come out and enjoy it, and happy Independence Day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Moving forward, Planning and Zoning Commission report. Dolores, step right up.
If I could, please. Appreciate it. I'm here representing the Planning and Zoning Commission, and I think you were all given a copy of the comprehensive plan that's in place right now. Just to give you some history, the comprehensive plan was a requirement for the planning and zoning regulations for the city of Hermann. And they were adopted by ordinance 1212 on September 6, 1995. This plan is in need of an update, okay? The Planning and Zoning Commission will definitely need the help of the city to complete this update, okay? We also will be talking to outside consultants and other communities who are updating their plan or have updated their plan in the last couple of years. We'll try to find some, I don't know. The cost can run from $80,000 probably to $15,000 possibly. I don't know. I haven't talked to any consultants yet, which I need to find out, I guess, a ballpark figure. Okay? But we're just at the beginning, at the planning stages right now, finding out what we need to do. And this will not take a year or 3 months, or it's going to at least take 2 years, I'm guessing, to get everything in line. We will try to do as much as we can, compiling some of the statistics from the census, but we're probably limited on what we can put together for them, but we'll try to do as much as we can to pull down the cost. And just to let you know, the comprehensive plan is a requirement. I think when you file for grants, it asks if you have one and you say yes, but I'd like to see it updated.
Well, it needs to be.
And we will definitely keep the mayor and alderman you updated as we progress on what's happening. If we get a cost and all this other good stuff.
Okay.
And the MRPC can help us too.
To a certain extent, I guess they can. Yeah, I've been talking to Ann, so yeah, we won't keep them out of the loop. But
Well, they might have some input that can help you that we don't have the input for.
if they're willing to do a lot of the work for us, that would be great, but we're not that far yet.
Looks like a lot of that information kind of is what I think you need is in that feasibility study we did last fall. So we may have a lot of that information.
Are you talking about the hotel
Yeah.
study that was done? Yeah, we have that information. We have a copy of that.
Well, thank you for,
But that's it, just trying to let you know what we're trying to do.
thank you for taking it on.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a task.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Public Work Director, excuse me, report.
So on the electric side, you guys might notice around the ballpark, we've got some new street lighting up, some of the decorative lights. We've got 6 of those installed along 11th Street and then kind of up into the concession area of the ball field. It turned out pretty good. I'm really happy with that. They're going to begin installing 8 more tomorrow, and that'll go on through the next week or so, a little longer maybe. That's going to be along 12th Street and kind of that intersection of Gasconade there and around the pond. And then after that section's done, as time allows, we're going to go down Gasconade Street all the way to Highway 100 with another 6 lights. So that'll get all the old concrete ones that are falling apart and haven't been working, all that repaired and fixed, and it'll look real nice. So We also had a primary junction cabinet on 5th Street at the intersection of 5th and Jefferson. It had been damaged by a car that was replaced. We didn't have to take any outages for that, so I was pretty happy with it. We also converted a section of CTOS primary from overhead to our new underground loop feed that we put in last year. The street department, as everybody knows, the asphalting went as well as we could expect it to go from the way it started. As Trish said, we had some overruns for the 7th Street when they found that spongy soil, but we wanted to make sure we had a good product that was going to last, and I think we've got that. That street should last hopefully close to the rest of my career here. So it's done right, and that asphalt was literally laid on the dirt. Like the stuff that was there was on the dirt. It's wild. It was still holding up the way it was. So they've got all of that done. Street department guys have been doing a lot of mowing. It slowed down here the last couple of weeks, and they started kind of doing some tree trimming along the streets, keeping branches out of traffic for the trash trucks and bigger vehicles around town. As Trish said, the airport paving job is done. I've been over there several times. It looks fantastic. I'm sure the airport guys are really glad to finally have that done and behind them. The sewer department, the lagoons continue to get outstanding test results. The testing guy was like, I wish everybody was this good. So kudos to those guys for keeping everything running down there. It's a lot of maintenance, but they've been staying on it. They've been getting everything together, all the materials together, and staging them kind of closer to the job site for the sand plant road extension. We're going to hopefully start that in the next couple of weeks. The equipment the piece of equipment that we're renting will be here right after the 4th of July, so that's kind of what we're looking at for a timeline on that. We did kind of luck out. The guys were just doing some routine maintenance, and we found a sewer line that is not on our maps. So we actually ended up finding a sewer line that is way closer and way shallower than where we had intended on going. We were going to have to go like 14 foot 6 deep, and a big chunk of that would be in rock. And we were going to have an excavation site that would have ended up like 30 by 30. So now we're going to go 6 feet deep and go right down 10th Street. So that's going to be a good time saver, and it'll save us some materials on rock and stuff. So we kind of lucked out there, and this will also allow us to line that existing sewer. Once that manhole is there, we'll see what we've got. We can line it and do the right maintenance on it that probably hasn't been done since it was installed. So the natural gas department continues to paint meter sets. In the water department, CTOL water tower was cleaned and painted, and that got all wrapped up, and we should be good there for a couple more years again. Parks department has been doing tree watering and mowing very rarely. So it's pretty dry. Hopefully we can keep from any grass fires. So, any questions?
Did you guys get your pump truck back?
Yeah, we did, yeah. We got that back probably mid-May, and it was missed. Like as soon as we got it back, we used the heck out of it. So if you guys ever want to get rid of any piece of equipment, that will be the one that I'll fight for. You can get rid of a lot of things. That thing is, I don't know how we did anything before that. It's fantastic. So, all righty.
Thank you, sir. We'll move to public comments. Mr. Sassman?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to give you a brief legislative update. You hand out 2 pieces of paper. I think everyone has copies. The one copy that has all the small print on it, it lists 62 bills that the House and the Senate have truly agreed and finally passed, sent to the governor's office. Of those 62, 20 of them, the first 20 beginning at the top left through a column and a half, are all appropriations bills for those appropriation bills, and there are a couple that he's signed, but not very many. He can line item veto appropriations. Now, once we get to the other 42 bills that begin, House bills and eventually Senate bills, he either has to accept them in their entirety or reject them. Senate bill that you mentioned is one of those that I can't speak for the governor, but I think he'll pay special interest in that. His team continues to work on it. He has up until the 15th of July to accept those or reject them with a veto. If he chooses not to sign them, and he could do that, and he doesn't sign them by the 15th or veto them by the 15th, they will automatically become law on the 28th of August. And I think that's called a pocket signature, pocket acceptance. That doesn't happen very often. I'm confident the governor and the governor's team will go through all of those, and we'll have a verdict by the 15th of July. The second page that I gave you with the larger print, it just gives you the list of 9 bills that he has already signed. So I promise to keep it short. For those of you watching, if you'd like copies of this, just call the office. I'd be happy to send it to you. Any questions of me?
Anybody have any questions? Thank you,
Excited
sir.
about the physical therapy one. That's a good one.
Thank you for being here. Okay, we're going to move on to ordinances. Mr. Polite is not here tonight, so I will have the privilege of reading the ordinances, if I can pronounce them. We will start with ordinance number 2340, Bill 2023-15. An ordinance to approve the execution of a contract renewal agreement with Tri-County Trucking and Excavating Incorporated for solid waste collection and disposal. This is a second reading. Do I have any questions, or do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve bill number 2023-15 second read.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-16, an ordinance to amend sections 220.190, 220.200, 220.210, 220.220, and 220.205 of the municipal code, and prescribing a schedule of rates for refuge container leases for garbage and refuge collection and for limited service pickup. This is also second reading. Do I have a motion? Oh,
May I, a typo was discovered on the ordinance there on your first page. The last number, it says 5996, that should be 5696. So if you could approve that with that correction.
With an amendment, okay. Everybody clear on that? Do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve 2023-16 second read with the adjustment.
Amendment.
Amendment.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-17, an ordinance providing for the budget for the city of Hermann, Missouri for fiscal year 2023 through 2024, and establishing a salary schedule for the officers and employees of the city of Hermann, Missouri for his fiscal year 2023 through 24. This is also second reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve bill number 2023-17 as second read.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-18. Ordinance to revise Hermann Municipal Code, Section 710.020 sewer service rates. This is also second reading. Have a motion to approve?
Motion, bill number 2023-18 second read.
Motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-19, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 2297 regarding the budget for the fiscal year 2022 and 23. Any questions on that?
So this is as our standard practice to clean up the budget here at the end of the year. And if you all concur, we need to read that twice.
Everybody clear? Do I have a motion?
I move to approve bill 2023-19 first read.
Motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-20, an ordinance
Oh,
to...
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, could we read that one twice, please?
There's no note on mine.
I'm sorry. In fact, if you all would consider, I'm going to ask that for each of these next ordinances, they're all contracts that are due by July 1st. If you would be amenable to reading all those twice.
Just do this.
We're really getting some work out of you tonight.
One pay raise. Okay. So we're gonna do Bill 2023-19 for second reading. An ordinance to amend ordinance 2297 regarding the budget for fiscal year 2022 and 23. Do I have a motion for second reading?
I move to approve bill number 2023-19 second read.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-20, an ordinance to approve a municipal services and material contract by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and K.E. Butterfield LLC to provide blog and content writer services. Any questions? Do I have a motion to approve?
Move 2023-20 first read.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Second on this one also?
Yes, please.
Bill 2023-20, an ordinance to approve municipal services and material contract by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and K.E. Butterfield LLC to provide blog and content writer services. Do I have a motion for second read?
I will move to approve bill number 2023-20 as second read.
Motion is made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Bill 2023-21, an ordinance to approve a municipal services contract by and between the city of Hermann and Missouri and Jennifer Davis for marketing and website services. A motion to approve that.
Motion to approve bill number 2023-21.
Motion made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Second reading on that also? Yep, okay. 2023-22, oh no, excuse me, -21. An ordinance to approve a municipal service contract by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Jennifer Davis for marketing and website services. Do I have a motion for second reading?
Move 2023-21 second read.
Motion made. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Bill 2023-22, an ordinance to approve a contract by and between the city of Hermann, Missouri and Pavement Maintenance Company LLC to convert a city park tennis court to a pickleball court.
So, the Lions Club and the pickleballers, as they're calling themselves, have done some amazing fundraising in a very short amount of time. And so they have their $16,000 raised to convert that court to a pickleball court. And they went out for bids and themselves and everything. And so we have that documentation here. And they would like to get started. They have a tournament in September. So they were asking if we could approve this request tonight so that they could get their contractor on schedule to hopefully have this done before their big event.
So half of it's going to be tennis and then half pickleball now?
The north
The
one will be
North Court,
pickleball.
yeah.
And then we're doing concrete.
We agreed to pay a couple $1,000s to extend the sidewalk and then about $5,000 for new nets.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be 4 pickleball courts on the existing single tennis court, correct?
I think that's how it works. Does anybody play pickleball?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way I understood it too.
They're very excited about it.
I'm just excited that it'll be used well.
Yes.
Yes.
Guess if you're into pickleball, it's a great thing.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's gone professional too, pickleball has.
Really.
All right, well, do we have a motion to approve?
I move to approve bill 2023-22 read.
I have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Second reading for Bill 2023-22, 22, an ordinance to approve a contract by and between the City of Hermann, Missouri and Pavement Maintenance Company LLC to convert a city park tennis court to a pickleball court. Go
I
ahead.
move to approve Bill 2023-22, second read.
Motion made, second.
Second.
Motion made, second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. That completes ordinance, and we will move to resolutions. A resolution to describe facts and reasons for necessary amendments to the city's budget for fiscal year 2022 and 23. Any questions on that one?
As Dave Fleet always reminds us, that this is just kind of a caveat in the law, to have a resolution as well as an ordinance, and we have backup documentation for everything on here if you have any questions.
Everybody good with that? Do you have a motion?
I'll move to approve resolution number 1333. It's first read.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Resolution to approve a natural gas municipal service agreement by and between the City of Hermann, Missouri and the City of New Florence, Missouri. You want to explain to them what this is?
You've heard Jesse and I, we've been talking about this for the last couple months. New Florence is kind of in a difficult situation where they have some new staff that has not been fully trained, and there is a lot of training to be able to work on the gas line. And so, at least for the foreseeable future, they've asked that we cover their after hours and holidays and emergencies and things like that. So, they were amenable to everything that we suggested, and Dave has reviewed this and tweaked the agreement, and we're hoping to have this effective July 1.
Okay, any other questions? If not, do I have a motion to approve resolution?
Make a motion, resolution 1334 approved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Okay, any old business?
I guess we're no further on the KV lines.
I can't,
Yeah. I'm just bringing it up
we're
so
still
that it's
waiting
not
on the
forgotten.
same thing,
Okay.
as far as I know. Same thing, I don't know how we're gonna resolve that, so. Okay, any other old business? Any new business? We'll move to motions. Do I have a motion to approve the last meeting minutes?
I move to approve the June 12th, 2023 minutes.
Motion is made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Invoices for payment, motion to pay the bills.
I will move that we pay those bills.
Motion has been made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We're gonna approve a low bid from AQN Information Technology for a new phone service.
Yes, so you'll see a memo here from Corey. We've been talking about getting new phones for a long time because ours are very obsolete, but we were very torn between staying with a landline or going with the VoIP system because these concrete block walls are really prohibitive to wireless internet. And on the heels of some of the issues the courthouse was having, had us a little scared. So we found out that our current IT company, AQM, who we've been using, that they actually offer installation of these VoIP services, and they explained a way to us that they can do it without using Wi-Fi. They can link each phone to each computer. And so he assures us that we won't have any of those reception problems and things like the courthouse is having, and he says our internet is so much better. So we can go with this, new desk phones, new VoIP system, and save money on top of it, like several $1,000s. So super excited, think it's a great deal. Thank you, Corey, for doing some of the legwork on that, and we'll be getting that going soon too, if you approve it.
If we approve.
Yeah.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it, I hear no Item D, approve a soccer registration fee increase from $55 to $60 for U6 and under, $80 for U8 and older. Coaches to receive one free child registration, multiple child discount. Any questions on that? Motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Hire 2023 Youth League umpires, field preparation, and concession stand manager. Motion for that?
Move to approve.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Approved bids from Wielding Photos for soccer photos and first place printing for the t-shirts. And a motion to approve that.
I'll move to approve.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Approve the renewal of Madden Media Search Engine Marketing Contract for the Tourism Department. Any questions on that one?
Motion to approve?
Okay, motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Ratify hire of Richard Barton as a part-time reserve, or Bartel, excuse me, as a part-time reserve officer.
So, thank you. This is the one that you all did an email vote approval on because they needed him for last weekend to work. I know we're still short-staffed. And so I think chief is pretty excited that they have somebody to help relieve a little bit of that on the weekends primarily. Okay, so.
Yeah, he's a good man, he was here before. So, we have a motion to approve it in the meeting.
Motion to approve?
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second?
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Approve amended change order number 1 for MD West contract for 4th and 7th Street reconstruction project. That's what the city administrator was talking about earlier. We have a motion to approve that.
I move to approve.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Declare the 2005 Ford F-150 truck as surplus property.
So, a truck just came in that we had budgeted last year. So they just got it. So this was a part of that process that once they got their new truck, we would sell their old truck.
And it's going to go on Purple Way.
Yeah, they get really good results there.
Do we have a motion to approve that?
Can I ask one question? I guess this might be to Jesse. The new truck that came in, did we purchase it for the price we ordered it at a year and a half ago?
I don't think so.
No, it went up like $3,000.
And it's pretty well like everything else right now. You're not getting a locked-in rate anymore when you order something. They're basically telling you, this is the price we'll quote you, and you get it, you can refuse to take delivery.
Okay.
And then you can wait, 2 more years from there.
Okay. Glad to have the truck.
All right. Do we have a motion to declare that as surplus?
I will move to declare it as surplus.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made, a second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. July 2023 liquor license renewals at Piano Bar at 101 East 4th Street, Hermann Farm Distillery at 2206 Highway 100, and at 111 Gutenberg Street, White House Hotel at 232 Wharf Street, Sharp Corner Tavern at 414 Market Street, Worst House at 234 East 1st Street, Concert Hall and Barrel at 206 East 1st Street, Lionheart Whiskey at 215 Schiller Street. Have a motion to approve the liquor renewals.
Motion to approve?
Motion made, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Caterers permit Blackshire Distillery Missouri Bourbon Festival, 2258 Highway 100, August 5th and 6th, 2023. Motion to approve.
I move to approve.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Caterers permit for Hermann Inc. Wine and Jazz Festival Amphitheater, August 19th, 2023. Have a motion to approve that.
I'll move to approve.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any-
We should probably
I'm
get that on record.
abstaining.
Okay.
You're abstaining, right. Motion carried. The caterer's permit for Rocky Top Enterprises LLC / Copper Mule Wine and Jazz Festival Amphitheater, August 19th and 20th, 2023. Motion to approve that one.
I move to approve.
Motion made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried on that one. Conditional use permit renewals, owner unoccupied guest house for Ed Schmeltz, Missouri Vacation Rentals at 210 East 4th Street and 516 West 8th Street.
I move to approve.
Motion's made to approve, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Special event application, Hermann Area Chamber of Commerce Freedom Fest Fireworks Parade, vendors, concert, Riverfront Park Pavilion for vendors and fireworks, amphitheater for concerts with requested closure of East 5th Street for the length of amphitheater fence and 40 feet of parking blocked off on east side. July 2nd, 2023 for the amphitheater activities and July 3rd, 2023 for riverfront activities.
So just in case that sounded like a lot, nothing different than what other events have done as far as the parking on Gutenberg, just how the west side of Gutenberg, so that they can put like the slushy truck there where they'll fence it in, like cordon it off.
What they've done before.
Yeah, that's the idea, to do that, and then that portion of the street for some kids' activities.
Everybody good with that? Do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve the application.
Motion made, do I have a second?
I will second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Special event application, Hermann Lions Club Pickleball Tournament with food vendors and non-alcoholic refreshments at Tennis Court and Pavilion 1 in Lower City Park, September 22nd, 24th, 2023. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion made, second.
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Festival event application for Terrain Media, MO70 Pedal Paddle, tent camping at the Lower City Park, and a canoe takeoff at Riverfront Park on October 7th and 8th, 2023. Have a motion to approve that one.
I move to approve.
Motion made. Second.
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. And reports. Closed session. Read that.
I move that we go into closed session for the purpose of dealing with matters relating to leasing, purchase, or sale of real estate, section 610.0212, revised statutes of Missouri. Aye.
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 We get a second of it.
Do it?
I didn't hear a second.
I will second.
I was trying not to screw up the other part.
Thank you.
I have a second. Now, we all, and everybody, aye.
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 Okay, we are now in closed session. I always thought I was doing something.
Are you thirsty now? That was a lot of